Hello everybody, this is Party PD, and for those of you who are watching this video, it's not being streamed because my internet, as of the recording from previous, has been acting up tonight. So we're just coming into this as live as we hopefully can, and we will edit it as such. This is the 10 out of 10 Mythic Reclear cast over, as if I was casting if it was progress, for the Mythic Sylvanas kill once again. So the first video I sent, which was the 55-minute video, was a video on a guild doing progress kill. This is a guild doing their 18th reclear according to the servers on Raider.io for the Lunatic Guild. Believe it is also a Horde guild as well, so this is just going to be another Horde overall execution. Looks like it is also another healer perspective. Actually, it looks like it might be a monk perspective of some type. I don't know which kind of monk he's playing as because I have not played a monk yet, so I don't know what abilities a monk has outside of its current specializations. So right now we're paused at the kill. Just so you know for a fact that it is at the 23-minute mark, as you could see right here. Right there. Right there. So you know that this VOD has a 1 shot and 1 kill. That way, you know exactly what the scenario is when we're getting into it. Also, this one does not have a face cam that I need to cover. But I will still put my camera on anyway, because that's quite obvious as a broadcaster. You need to have your face on a screen and need to be ready to show it off. So we're going to go ahead and jump to the very beginning of the roll here, which is going to be them winding up. And it looks like their audio is muted at certain times. I didn't check to see if this was a Russian group or an English group again or not. So we're just going to see it go down. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to yet another World of Warcraft video, and welcome to another wonderful broadcast on the middle of July 13th, 1992. I don't know why I picked that year in particular, but it's just the first one that came to mind. Please do whatever you need to do to prove that July 9th, 1992 had no significances. But hopefully y'all are here for some wonderful World of Warcraft action. We've got our Guild Limited coming in once again for their 6th slot out onto the Race of the World first. We had massive O'Dongle Dongles on 3rd position. We saw them much earlier today. This is the EU stack known as Limited, not Limit. This is Limited. So they are going to go for their big kill on Sylvanas. We saw them doing a lot of pulls beforehand, and they've gotten up to about 313 total pulls, and I think they've pretty much got this today. They got down to phase 3 yesterday, down to the 2nd pillar, with Sylvanas sitting at a chonky 62%, which is practically impossible, I will say. Today we're going to have the view of, looks like, another healer, as we did the most of the perspective on a healer on Wongo Dongles on Thursday, and we got most of that action out from Yukiru. This time around, we are going to be watching from a monk's perspective, and it looks like we have a big flex of damage this time around as well. It looks like we have 3 Doomkins, as they ran 2 Doomkins yesterday and 1 Demon Hunter in the slot. Now we have 1 Demon Hunter, just 1 Demon Hunter, the same one, and 3 Doomkins. Looks like they swapped out the Warrior. But it looks like they might still be summoning in a few people as well. Their raid AoEs are going to go down, as you can see here on the right side, and we're going to go ahead and jump ahead into the actual fight because nothing is happening. All right, so we're going to go ahead and kill the audio, at least bring it up a little bit here.
Cooking, or are you playing a game?
And we do see that they're being able to push through this phase 1 relatively easily. They do throw out their markers, which is something that some guilds actually have just skipped altogether. They've done this phase so many times, they're not really going to concern themselves with it. And looks like they are going to see who goes right, who goes left. It looks like these chains, oh, they're just melting so quickly because of these boomkins just absolutely annihilating it. You're running triple boomy here. Actually, looks like they're running double boomy. They must have rotated one out and put in a warlock. You see them running 3 warlocks. And looks like 2 H-Pals here and 1 Prot Pal. No, you're running 1 Prot and 2 H-Pals, which means you technically have a 3rd H-Pal in the form of your Venthyr Paladin Prot cooldown. You might be able to see it on the left side as well. That looks like actually he is not running, unless that's not shown up on this cooldown bar in particular.
Stop damage. Come on.
It looks like the ranged, they're trying to bait this over to Diamond here. Looks like they're throwing a lot of the healers into it as well. They gate their way out. There's a lot of gates actually available for this. That's the good thing about running multiple Warlocks, is that you have multiple gates to choose from. Looks like there's only 2 gates up at the moment. Looks like Nide actually takes a shot there from a Wailing Arrow Stray. Or the Domination Stray. Not the actual physical Domination Arrow. I believe if you were to get hit by a primary Domination Arrow, you would instantly die. So we see them pushing into phase 1 relatively quickly here. Everybody's not using immense amounts of cooldowns. You can see that every sack is available. We've seen a couple lay on hands being expended though. Bop is still available across all tunes, as well as their overall damage cooldown still sitting at a pretty high point in time. You do see everybody starting to pull some more damage in. You do see them trying to go for the free evasions in the mid. Very hard to get some of those. As you can see, there is some damage still spewing out onto everybody else as you get through these bars. The bait is going to whiff, so I want to think that somebody is going to end up getting hit by this heal deal, and you do see that indeed Egg Kid is going to be the one hit by this one. They're going to start spreading out the heal chains. They're going to throw out all their cooldowns. The Dom chains will hit the floor, and then it's time for the Boomkins to do what they do best. Press Starfall and do nothing else, as they slowly get chained away and do exactly that. Good old Boomkins, you know. All you do in this game is just press your Boomkin buttons. They are going to clean up some chains here. Yamazi getting very low here, but able to get healed up by Nidamuck just in time, sitting at a whopping 13% at his remaining HP here. Do got to keep in mind that these raves during the final phase, during the final phase, not only are the dagger shots insta-kills, daggers I mean the edges of the platforms being thrown at you, but the rive projectiles are also insta-kills. So if you were to get hit by them, that would honestly mean a wipe. Coming into phase 2, you don't want to be in any wipes whatsoever. Ooh, looks like they're actually doing the combat potion drink in this scenario here too. They got the 30-second window. They will go ahead and skip it here. Looks like they're going to go into this phase pretty tight and forward. Everybody's ready to go as well. So there's no real big problem in this lineup so far, but do remember that coming into Mythic, there is this scenario where there are 2 splits here. We are going to see a Team A and Team B. Team B, I'm going to end up dedicating being this team with the square dot healer, playing it very close to this edge here, but you have to be very careful. You don't want to be taking a lot of unnecessary wave damage, but you could see there's quite a bit of wave damage out on this side of the platform. Meanwhile, on the left side of the platform, you can also see the damage is about the 5th way in the same line as well. They are going to throw out the stacks of Veil. The detonations do need to be cleaned up quite well. The orbs, though, will die in overall times and in a safe time frame as well. You can see the spirits, the spirits doing quite a bit of damage there from the hunters, as always. Looks like it was actually a Beastmaster hunter that did this one around. Last time we did watch a marksman hunter be played instead. Now you do get to see, now the changes are done, you get to see the bridges and the hunts being dedicated as well. The rune's going to be interrupted. It looks like the right side was a little bit slower to the races, while the left side was able to get the push out much quicker. They will go ahead and continue to put on the pressure on Sylvanas here. Each tank going to be healed up ever so slowly here. But this is the big thing you have to keep in mind, is that everybody needs to be paying attention. You could see some people were hit by these waves. Morbus needs to be healed up in order to keep his trinket active. It's the only downside with that Titan Ocular Gland. You're running at a pretty high percentage haste, and then suddenly you get chunked down and you lose that haste. That's very important. You can see the ranged are baiting quite effectively here. Daggers are going to be thrown out. It's going to be thrown out onto everybody here. Nobody with any real big defenses needing to be dedicated here. They will be able to get the cleanup here. Shroud at 80.5%. That's a little bit slower than Slong Dong Dingers, as they saw on Tuesday, where Slong Dong Dingers ended up getting at 8.2% in this phase, 8.5%, quite a big difference, that 0.3%. Like, you don't think about it, obviously, at the end of the day, but when you look at it at the overall, you could see that 0.3% making a significant difference. A lot of heals going out here, a lot of people getting hit by the waves in this phase, but, I mean, you could see the defensives are being popped left, right, and center. The Mechanome defensive as well, and Horse Pig just being used there, trying to keep himself alive, using the defense matrix heal, needing it ever so desperately. Looks like the right side's doing a fairly good job on their cleanup as well. Currently, we're watching the right side. The left side, on the other hand, doing a little bit of chunk damage here, but the right side also along the same board here. They will go ahead and drop an Ash for this one, which will keep them alive for the time being, as well as the waves that'll go out. Looks like it does do quite a bit of chunk damage here, but again, like these healers, very on par and very Very, very on par, actually. That's pretty much just the straightforward here. They're going to throw out the next set of daggers. Everyone's going to heal up from this one. Sputnik needs to be healed up quite a bit, though. It looks like he's going to be taking quite a bit of chunk damage, while at the same time, Nedemoth needs to heal himself, even. Waves will be thrown out here. Looks like nobody really hit by that one. Actually, looks like ASR managed to get hit by 3 waves, but was able to dispel it unless I was looking at a debuff wrong. But looks like nobody hit from the Veil here, which is good. You really want to be coming into this phase with all of your damage available as well as all of your healing available, because now we're at 77%. We're going to be seeing Wave 8 go out. And following Wave 8 will be the spawns of the new adds, and coming into this will be the beginning of Shroud number 2, going into 77.2%. Again, a little bit slower than Slong Dong Dingers, as Slong Dong Dingers were going into this phase at 79 or 76.9%. But at the end of the day, as long as you get into phase 3 and you're able to make that push, then that's what matters most. They're trying to get this win and trying to make this happen. You want to end up getting the most possible kill potential in the game. Coming into this one, they do have quite a bit of health missing out of overall. I would say probably a good 25 total percentage of HP missing, but you're running a double DK tank lineup here. It's very likely that these DKs are also running the running a blood set, as the blood heal set is insane. Looks like we are going to see some pools being picked up here from our monk. He is going to be able to grab enough there, popping his own professional orb in the corner, and then soon following his own dispel in the corner. Very good timing for him as well. Looks like the Banshee's Fury is doing quite a bit of damage here, but they are going to be able to find the full dispel. Haytek, ooh, getting very low there, actually. Looks like they must have grabbed this stack at the very last second, but with all the damage mitigation, they are able to keep themselves, and everybody for that matter, up and alive. And they're going to throw out the first arrow. It's going to go on to Haytek. Haytek needs to be primed and ready to go into the other side. Bomb detonating in 3, 2, 1. He actually stayed for this. Interesting. No, actually, it looks like he's not the one being targeted here. It's just his aggro counter being the one that tells people when to dodge and when to leave. But it looks like Papari is going to be in a bit of trouble here. He's still on the other platform, taking quite a bit of soak damage, but he's trying to keep himself alive by popping any sorts of evasions that he's got available for him. Now they're going to go ahead and pop out the counteractive heals here, but they are going to get the heal deal from the pool soak from the Banshee weapon. Now that you do see that everyone trying to stack up as soon as possible, they will get this one. They throw down the extra heals. No action needed for this pull. They are running at 69%, and their hero is up in about 15 seconds. This is a very good pull for them, as they are going to have the second raise come through, and AMZ is going to be dedicated for this one. Actually, not a raise. It's just going to be another drop here. 67%. They're doing it phenomenally well for being on the second platform after poll number 418. So this is a very good poll for them overall. They have the crit window open actually for this monk as well. He's going to start soaking up some of the leftovers, but he is going to be in a bit of a pickle of a situation here. Daggers are going to be thrown out, and Thayrel, targeted mainly by these daggers, is going to be soaking quite a bit. There comes the soaks as well. You see the two outer players being ready and primed on those soaks. And then the following dispels out onto the rest of the team. Eggkid just soaking so much damage here. He needs to be careful. They will go ahead and drop the double down soak here. Looks like it's just going to be an easy split up as everybody is arrived on in there with a healing rain to follow suit. Man, Mistweavers, am I right? 63% coming into this third platform. The next raise is going to hit the floor. They have 2 more platforms remaining, and I think they're doing a relatively good job for this push. After seeing Slong Dong Dingers doing so well Thursday, now we're here on Friday, and they want to show up Slong Dong Dingers time frame. And by hitting it at 62% on the third platform with a hero still available, I think you're hitting the gold pretty on the mark there. Another set of daggers is going to go out here. The Death Knives keeping them at bay with the heal dime, but they are going to be able to push this off for the time being with the help of the Ashen into this next floor. They are going to go ahead and have the heal burn off here with the Whale, but it's not going to really affect them. The Ash is still hitting the floor. It's going to bring them up, stay spread for the follow-up suit, on top of the fact that there are the soaks on the outer edge. Looks like they are going to get picked up and negated almost immediately. First bomb and arrow is going to be sent out, while the second wailing arrow is going to be thrown out here. Looks like the Demon Gate, sorry. I don't actually know what the term that the Warlocks use there, because I've not played a Warlock either. But we're like at 58% here. They haven't even popped the other hero yet. They're sitting at 58% on the third platform. They could actually just pop hero and take this W right now. But they want to hold it and make sure they get it onto the 4th platform. They are going to have the 4th Banshee's Fury go down here, doing quite a bit of damage, but not any sort of immediate death and destruction damage here. Dagger's going to be thrown out, is going to whiff everybody here, not going to find any specific targets. Mana getting pretty low on Neatmuck, but you could see that everybody else's mana is quite effective in exchange. As you see, Gigabyte sitting at quite a bit, Sun's Cool and Zephythrost sitting at very high mana overall. They'll be able to make a return on this one. They will throw out the 2nd set of Veils. This one does manage to latch onto 1 extra tune here, but they will be able to swap off the heal shot. Ooh, a lot of people taking in the soak at the last second there. Rihanna leaves and Kamiger sitting on 1 stack here. They are going to go ahead and drop the Darkness with the first arrow to hit the floor. The gate's going to be deployed, so that way the arrows can go out to the furthest marks and will end up taking the shot. But it looks like 1 person stayed in for that 3rd arrow there, but they will be able to get this push. Once again, 53%, still sitting at no hero here. They're waiting for the next Veil to happen. That way they can end up getting a good shot. The Banshee's Fury, as well as the follow-up arrows and daggers, will follow suit. Is going to be a very hard spot to heal in, but the AMZ is going to be able to push him down for the time being and keep the heal up and live and ready. 52% with the Banshee Scream, and after this, I imagine we're going to see the last hero of the game. 51%, the next set of pools is going to hit the floor here. It is going to be soaked up by quite a few people on the inside, but 51%, we're still not seeing this last hero being out here. This could make all the difference. 51%, everybody's sitting at very good HP overall, though. They are going to throw out the 2nd set of Banshee weapons, and there's the Veil, and finally, the hero to follow suit. At 50%, Sylvanas is dying very, very quickly into this last platform. 48%, 47%, very right around the corner here. All cooldowns being dedicated, slammed into this Witch. Sitting now at 47%, 46% coming around the corner. She's going down. She's going to fall for this kill. At 45%, you are going to see Limited will take the kill out onto Sylvanas, taking their position as 6th in the world first race. Their EU counterparts, Slong Dong Dingers, very happy with their performance as well. Automatically going straight to Twitter and seeing that they have already dropped their congratulations to them on Twitter.
Yeah, that was the problem, man.
Imagine rolling off Vengeance's reigns. Insane.
Okay. So, let me say something. Wait. Yeah, wait a second.
And ladies and gentlemen, that is Limited getting yet another top 10 out on their kill list. Ladies and gentlemen, this is truly a sight to see. Definitely something that we didn't expect. That hero took quite a bit of time coming into the last phase, and after they got the hero out, they did manage to keep up for the rest of the fight. So overall, congratulations to Limited. Very clean performance, and hopefully coming around for the next season of the World of Warcraft Race to World First, we'll see Limited maybe take a little bit more of a direct action and try to get in the top 5 this season, whereas last season they got the top 8 kill out on Denathrius, and this season, top 6. I hope you enjoyed this broadcast, and this is Party PD signing off. We'll see you next time for some more World of Warcraft Race to World First action. Goodbye.